folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join us in the Scottish countryside, and once again we've come to explore a piece of abandoned history. Today we're joined by the channel DJ out here, and yeah, we're out on these real adventures folks. It is super windy today, but this adventure here is kind of inside of these trees, and this is another abandoned bit of history here in Angus, which is epic to come and explore. I think it's owned by National Trust, and this is the Finavon Dovecote. We have had a few Dovecotes on videos and that over the years, but it's cool to come and see this one. Just take it in like from the outside perspective. We never go trying to force our way into places like this if they're not open, but we'll document the history that's here to see, because places like this degrade and decay every year. So it's cool to come and see what state it's in at this time in its life, folks. So yeah, let's have a proper look. Let's walk around the perimeter of it and take in the history here. This is what I love to see, folks. Abandoned history at its finest. And it's cool to always document like new things. Something like this, we've never ever been to see this on a video. Yeah, that's some real deal like reinforcements they've put in. The back wall here must have been starting to lean out, and I could see cracks in it. It's good they've supported it at a crucial time really in its life. Oh aye, the wall's booing out there, eh?
Yeah. I don't know if that's just like the plaster work like that.
Oh aye.
But you can see along the back.
Look at that, folks. It's got the Harlan veneer on top of the old sandstone. It's cool to see the architecture and construction of these things. Yeah, wow. Another piece of history being documented, folks. It's unreal. Wow. Check this out here. Yeah, it's huge. You see it from the dual carriageway when you're heading between, like, what would that be? Brechin and Forfar, kind of on the dual carriageway here in Scotland. Yeah, I've seen this a lot and I've never been for a proper look. Here's some information, look. Wow. Finavon Dovecote, restored in 1979 by Angus Historic Building Society in memory of its founder, Sir James Duncan of Jordanstone. The building was placed in the care of the National Trust of Scotland in 1993. Yeah. Wow. Oh aye, look at that. There's loads of like rubble and stuff. I don't know how well that comes out on the camera there. That is crazy, folks. It's obviously the National Trust or whoever's got keys for this thing. Yeah, so look at that, folks. You can see the stone construction on the floor in there. Yeah, and it's got like wooden bits at the side. It's a shame we can't get in for a proper look here at a thing like this, but yeah, it's interesting to see what we can see. This side that I first looked in, it's in worse condition. It's totally fallen down in there. It's like we saw at the Edsel Dovecote. It's got those stone little squares for the birds to nest inside it. Yeah, this one, the roof's lower at this side and it slopes up the way to the far side. But all this Harlan, look at it, it's just about falling off. That's how it's cool to document these buildings when we can, when they're still in a decent state of repair. And even though the National Trust of Scotland's kind of in charge of this place, they're obviously no constantly maintaining it. They've had like some maintenance to like hold the wall up, and then that's been about it. But see, this is actually interesting because look, it's not sandstone here like we saw up the side. So I'm not sure if there's been maybe something put in there, folks, a different wall or different construction. What are you seeing? Oh, the roof. Yeah, look at the angle of the roof from here, folks. Oh aye, here, wow. Look at this, folks. It's got the, on the roof, it's got little entrances where the birds must have gone in. So that's where the birds got in and out. It's cool to see details like that. That's where the wee birds would have flown in and out of the Dovecote. And some mansions of this era also had the Harlan on them like that with the paint on top of the brickwork. That way you could have rougher finishing on your bricks, different types of bricks, and then finish it with the Harlan, and the building looked mint. Don't know. See, somebody commented on my last Dovecote video, folks, and they were saying that at one time it was a legal requirement of like big houses and castles to have Dovecotes, so they could use the pigeons' dung to make gunpowder back at those times. That's like the time of cannons and stuff like that. They used the bird's dung to make gunpowder back in the day. But another thing, they used to also eat the pigeons as well, I think, and the eggs, but I'm not sure fully on the history of that, folks. But this is a big Dovecote though, and I think this one's exclusively always been a Dovecote, whereas it looked like the one we saw at Edsall had been maybe something else.
Yeah.
One of my commenters on the video thought that it might have been
Is that like a gatehouse or something?
no, what was it, the keep where the soldiers from the castle would have been originally like living. But this looks like, to me, it's always been a Dovecote. But yeah, it's epic, folks. It is crazy, the history, folks, and the Dovecotes. Like, there's so many in Scotland because there's so many like big houses and castles. And yeah, it's been epic to come and document this one. It's like maybe somebody's been graffiti in the front of it at one time. Look, there's big letters with silver and black. Wow, this is crazy, folks. We're climbing through the wild jungle of Scotland, and it's total insanity. Look at this. This is what we see from the Dual Carriageway. It's such an impressive structure. This is the main road leading south that way and then up north that way. You would get to Aberdeen if you followed the Dual Carriageway up that way. Yeah, what an adventure, folks. Often trying to come and document the history in a place like this is what the adventure is all about. To find such a cool bit of Scottish history hidden here is just epic. And we get to share it with the world, which is a special thing. Look at this. These are what you call sticky willies. That's the Scottish thing that sticks to you when you're out for walks and anything. They just stick to your trousers, the little seeds. Wow. We're just trudging through the wild landscape, folks. Yeah, and the back's just this flat, high wall, which is quite impressive. Totally different to the front. But that could have been for the aesthetics of the building, so it was seen from the main road and it looked grand and epic, whereas this less seen side was more plain and straight. I wonder if inside it's had stairs, maybe with a second kind of story, but then right enough when you see the pigeonholes in the roof, it maybe is just one giant area, because I think the roof's the only holes that we saw for the pigeons to go out and in of. Must be some clatter when that Harlan fell off. But I love the shape of the sandstone with the balls and the detail up there. So cool. It's not just a plain structure, it's an epic structure. And a cool bit of history as well, with that whole like gunpowder situation and like the little bits of history you can often learn along the way exploring places like this in Scotland. But yeah, folks, anybody that comes to visit a place like this is really like coming at their own risk, because buildings like that are dangerous. It is abandoned Scotland, once again filmed, and it's cool to keep on finding new different places and have a variety of different things on this channel. And the adventure's always real, folks. Just think about the age of some of these big beech trees as well. Maybe planted around the time when the Dovecote was in full form. Anyway, folks, it's been an epic little adventure, exploring a bit of history. Look at this, there's a stone here with a hole in it. Yeah. Anyway, folks, that's been epic. I'll end this one here. Goodbye for me, goodbye for the channel DJ, and we'll catch you very soon for the next adventure.